Hey, this is Mike Riley from Arnzen. I am here with Andre, and today we're going to be talking about shotguns. You know, when you're talking about self-defense, talking about hunting, you're talking about fun, just a great all-around versatile platform. I don't think you can get any better than the shotgun.
No, that's right. You can do just about anything with it.
So today we're going to be looking at high-performance shotguns. These are shotguns that are going to have some expanded shell capacity, guns that are going to run a little bit faster, a little bit quicker trigger. And we're going to start off with the Jerry Miculek Pro Series. This is a Mossberg 930, and Andre, you've run this gun in competition, correct?
I do. It was the gun I picked out for my three-gun rifle, a three-gun shotgun. It's nice. It's ready to go. It's got the tube on it. This one holds 9 rounds in the tube. It's got the oversized charging handle, and it's got a little bit of a cut here, but it's just enough where you can sneak your thumb in there without getting it ripped off. So it's a good way to start for about 600 and a half, I think it's at.
Extremely economical shotgun.
It is.
I think that's one of the things when people are looking for a shotgun. Great thing about a Mossberg too, it's easy to change out, it's easy to expand, it's easy to really make that gun run. Now I want to look at guns that are maybe a little bit more high-end, a little bit better finished, guns that are extremely reliable. Now we have this Beretta model in a couple of different sizes and barrel lengths.
Right. I believe this is the 24. Comes in a 24-inch and a 21-inch. And this is the new 1301 competition model. They are doing a lot of stuff to get it close to ready. So again, oversized charging handle, oversized bolt release. They've opened up the port a little bit and welded the lifter. Still could use a little bit more touching up there. The only thing this one does not have to get right out of the gate is a tube on it. But you know, throw a Nordic tube on there and then you're ready to go.
And I want to talk a little bit about this gun too, because a lot of times people are thinking, well, I don't want to compete, but I want a self-defense gun that's going to be really, really reliable. And they look at a lot of different options. Now this gun is short barreled, it's quick to bring up to target. And it has these oversized controls that we tend to think of in terms of competition. But in a self-defense situation where you lose that manual dexterity, these oversized controls are not just for competition. They're for running the gun in a high-stress environment, and obviously a self-defense situation would count as that.
Right.
So now we look at the Remington, and wow, they have really done some special work with this gun here.
Yeah, the difference between this Versamax and a standard Versamax tactical is this is what they're calling their new competition model. They've done a few different things on it. They've got single point, they've got quick release sling attachments in the hardware. They've done a nice carbon fiber tube on it, and the biggest thing is that they have lifted their welder here. On the original Versamax, you'll lose your thumb in that port. So this one is 100% ready to go. You wouldn't have to do a dang thing to it to go out and play with it, or you know, this is a great home defense gun as well.
Now what's my shell capacity here?
This one is 8+1.
8+1, and now we also have all the different chokes we can put onto this as well.
Right.
I think with the Versamax, Remington has really hit this one out of the park. We're tapped on the top here, so we can actually throw any different type of sight we want to on here as well.
Yep. You know, and they've also done a little dovetail here for, you know, sighting in your slugs. Figure out where they hit. You can drift it right or left. That way you're not just guessing.
And that's one of the cool things about a gun like this. I mean, we can run birdshot, we can run buckshot, we can run slugs. We can be extremely accurate. I think the Remington has really done a great job with this Versamax. Now, one of the big things when you run a shotgun match, you might run 150 shells, right? I don't care who you are, how big you are. That can be quite a pounding. One of the guns I think handles that extremely well. This is the FN SLP, and this gun is definitely a tank.
It is.
And it absorbs the recoil really well. Tell me a little bit more about this gun.
Well, this is the heaviest gun on the table, and they have two configurations of this gun right now in the SLP. They have this one, and they have a competition model. The only difference between the two is that on the competition model, instead of the cantilever mount here, it's a vent rib that runs all the way out, and then they hide this flip-up sight in that vent rib. As far as the gun running-wise, it's a soft shooting gun. It's a very fast cycling gun, and it's very reliable.
Go ahead.
Yeah, the only downside with it right now is for a 3-gun, it's not quite ready to go as far as the bolt release, the charging handle, and the lifter. They would need a little attention if you really wanted to use it for competition.
Yeah, it's still a little stripped down in those areas, but it does come with 2 different gas systems. So if you wanted to run really light loads, you can swap that gas system out and run super soft shells.
I would assume that you could find some company, maybe Hawkeye, could do some work.
Yeah, there's that little company, Hawkeye Ordnance. Yeah. You heard about those guys? Yeah, I think they could probably do that. Now, in fact, talking about Hawkeye Ordnance, this is a gun they've done, and I think this is a competition gun from the other end of the spectrum. This is a Benelli, so the gun is really, really light, despite the fact that, you look down that giant tube down there. Don't worry, we don't actually have a cameraman, so I didn't just freak him out. This is the Benelli M2. It's got this great stock, this great setup in general. It's an incredible base to build a competition gun off. And talk a little bit about the modifications Hawkeye's made here.
Yeah, this one it was a stock 24-inch M2 that we sent out to Hawkeye. The thing is that now the work's done. We've opened up the port. We've welded the lifter. Hawkeye put their bolt handle on there. We've got Nordic parts on the tube and on the charging handle. This gun is their plus 7 tube. So. And they also threw a nice fiber optic front sight on there. It's a fantastic gun. We just finished up the Nordic Components Tactical Shotgun match last weekend, and if you looked at every squad, the match had to be 80% M2s. So they're definitely the standard.
So yeah, I love Benelli, and we talked about opening up that port. One of the reasons why we're doing it is to aid in reloading. It's a big part of it. People don't think about how quick you can reload. So what I'm gonna have Andre do here is show us how to throw in 2 shells at a time.
Yeah, and the interesting thing about the 3-gun world is that in the last 5 years, the way you load a shotgun has really evolved. Now, instead of loading offhand weekend, 1 shell at a time, guys are grabbing either 2 off their belt or 4 off their belt. And this is what aids in that is having this port nice and open. So you grab 2 off and stack, and it's 2 in. So it's grab 2, grab 2. You can really get the gun back into action quickly, and you can do it on a pretty low learning curve. I didn't put a lot of time into my Nordic match, and I made it through it. So
now I'm guessing that you're able to do that quick and smooth because you practice it a lot. So I've really practiced it a lot. So let me see how it looks when somebody kind of clumsy tries it. So we're taking these 2 shells, we're stacking them up on top of each other like that.
Yeah, hold them in your hand.
Yeah, turn the gun over, line it, and push. Wow, and what's really cool is I can push that shell all the way in there. My thumb isn't going to get caught in that gate. You do this with a regular Benelli, you're coming out sans fingernail.
Right.
So, wow, this is really, really something. And I'm telling you guys, if you are looking for a high-end competition gun that's extremely versatile, gun you can use shooting clays, a gun you can use as self-defense, a hunting gun, or a competition gun, you really can't go wrong.
All right, you can do this work to your gun. The nice thing about this one in store is buy it, go, you're done. Don't just send your gun off to get the work done.
Yeah, buy it on Friday, you'll be competing on Saturday.